What's poppin'? My YouTube fans. The real ones. The ones that still collect that vinyl shit. What's happening? It's your boy. I've been away for a minute. Been doing a lot of life stuff. Let me just tell you real quick what's been going on with me. I had a baby. Not me, my wife. Had a little boy. Was born on the 5th. Healthy, good looking kid, no issues, and well, it's been busy with that. And another thing that I've been busy with is that vinyl. I'm gonna show you this stack right here. Look at this. That's a lot. I haven't counted it. I don't know exactly how much it is. You know me, I don't really prep shit. I just start fucking popping off at the head, right? So, before I get started with the records down here, I wanted to give a shout out to a man named Master Groove, who I met on Facebook on a group called Hip Hop Vinyl Spinners, where I'm a part of. I'm a contributor, I guess, like everybody else. We post shit and videos and pictures of records and stuff like that. We just kind of exchange ideas, all kinds of stuff. If you're into hip hop vinyl, I highly recommend hitting up Hip Hop Vinyl Spinners on Facebook. Get in that group and be part of the conversation over there. So the reason why I'm shouting out Master Groove, because of these slip mats. Look at this. He didn't give them to me. I bought them off of him. And I didn't tell him I was going to do anything with them. I'm just doing it because I really like the slip mats. Look at this. I asked him to make me some Death Row Records slip mats. Get me some doubles of all of them. So I got this one, the Chronic. I got an All Eyes on Me. Look how nice that is. That is fucking gorgeous. So I got it over here. See, 2 of them. 1 for each deck. Got the Dress Up on the Wheels of Steel. Gia. So, without further ado, we get into some of these records. This is going to be long. It could be a 3-parter. I don't know. I'm doing it all right now, and we'll see how it goes, okay? So, start off with some old school Sugar Hill Gang. Everybody knows the Sugar Hill Gang. Rapper's Delight. Apache. Pioneers in hip-hop. The first group to ever really make some serious noise. I got this one at a store out in, I think it was Claremont or Ontario, called Rat Hole Records. Decent store, mostly for punk rockers and shit like that. But they got some hip hop. They had this, picked it up. Couldn't pass it up. So, it's a good one. This is the first one, the one that has Rapper's Delight on it. So, happy to have that. And let's see. Well, you can already see what's next. Big Daddy Kane. This is his second album. It's a Big Daddy thing. Great one. This is one that I really wanted to get as Warm It Up Kane, which is my favorite, the Big Daddy Kane track. Love that shit. Next. Oh, I don't know if you can hear the baby crying in the other room. I can. He cries at night, man. It's fucking babies is what they do. People Under the Stairs, OST. I don't know what the fuck OST stands for. I've never been keen to People Under the Stairs. They're more like the underground LA shit that I kind of missed out on, but now I'm just, sort of getting back into it. This got a repressing on Get Down, and I was happy to get it. This is a very good record. Everything on here is very, it's like a smooth listen, it ain't hardcore. It's just kind of good, smooth shit, you know what I mean? Highly recommend this one. Next, J. Rue, The Damager. So, Mr. J. Rue from, I think from Brooklyn, I'm not sure, New York, somewhere in New York. Wrath of the Math. I'm not sure if this is first or second album. I have the other one, the Beast from the East or something like that. or Mark of the East. I don't remember what it was called, but this one has the Playing Yourself, which was a big single back in the days. That's one of those tracks that I remember hearing on MTV a lot as a kid, because that's where I got a lot of my music from, was from fucking MTV back in the days. And this is a single for Come Clean, which is, like I said, it's on the other album. So I got my favorite shit from Jeru the Damager. A lot of DJ Premier production on his albums. Now, speaking of some classic shit, Grand Puba from Brand Nubian, Real to Real. This is a record store release that just came out a couple of days ago. Was it yesterday or the day before? I don't remember. It's been very hazy lately. Been a lot of shit going on, a lot of lack of sleep. So yeah, Grand Puba, man. This one has Check It Out, which was great song to hear again, because I remember hearing it as a kid, but I didn't remember it till recently. It just popped up on my Facebook feed. You know, that shit just pops up on Facebook. Yeah. And let me see. Showbiz and AG. Now this one, I knew it was good, but I didn't remember how good it was. This is a record I hadn't heard in probably like a decade, and I never owned it. I just heard it on. I heard a few tracks from it from when I had satellite radio, and this is good shit. This is their debut album. Hell yeah, Runaway Slave. This is a great one. From beginning to end. This is some shit that you just listen to all the way through. Kind of like that Grand Puba too. Another album you can listen to all the way through. Method Man, Tikal 2000, Judgment Day. This is a record that eluded me for a long time. So, real quick, I wound up last week in San Diego in a government vehicle for 4 hours with nothing to do. So I wound up going around hitting up record stores, and I hit up this place called Five Space, right smack in the middle of San Diego, and I highly recommend it. The seller, the seller, I don't know if he's the owner or an employee or whatever, but dude was cool as shit. We talked a lot of hip hop vinyl, and he didn't really give me a deal. He didn't really give me a discount, but because his records are expensive. This one specifically was. Now I don't always tell you how much they cost, but this one was expensive, $70. Somehow I left the price on there. Yeah, this one, like I said, eluded me for years. This is something that I really wanted. Tikal 2000. I was keeping it Wu-Tang. Got a couple of GZA records here. So Beneath the Surface and Pro Tools. And GZA is my favorite Wu-Tang member. I think lyrically he's the most sound. Intellectually, he's definitely the best one to listen to. So, yeah, GZA is the genius. He really is a genius. He knows like astrophysics and fucking geology and shit like that. That's why you see a lot of planetary shit on his albums. A lot of shit like this. So yeah, this one has Breaker Breaker, which is a dope track. I remember hearing that on the radio a couple of times back on the underground radio. But yeah, man, Wu-Tang is forever. So moving right along. Trying to go fairly quickly here. Prime. So, oh shit, I almost dropped that. So Royce the 5'9" and DJ Premier got together. Did a couple of projects. They did a Prime 2, which I also have. And I feel like this one was better. This was more, it wasn't as experimental as Prime 2. I feel like Prime 2 had a lot of Premiere kind of like screwing around with newer sounds and shit like that, which I wasn't too keen on, but this one right here was fucking on point. This one really satisfied my eardrums. So highly recommend this one. The last track was fucking crazy. This doesn't even have a track listing on it. But yeah, the last track on this with Slaughterhouse was fucking crazy. Speaking of Slaughterhouse, Mr. Joel Ortiz. So Joel Ortiz, from I think from Brooklyn. I mean, this guy right here, he is a top-notch MC. He's a fucking killer on the mic. He's a dude that you don't fuck around with on the mic. This entire album really impressed me too. I don't even remember which songs I really liked on it, but this is one I recommend. This is one that I never heard. I just bought it because it's Joel Ortiz, and I already know who he is. He's got a reputation, so check this one out. This is a great, from beginning to end, fucking everything on it. Let's see, Fat Joe and Remy Ma. So this is not an album I ever intended on getting. However, I saw it for very cheap and decided to say fuck it, pull the trigger on it. It's got a lot of this fucking French Montana guy on it. If you can see right there, he's on like 2 or 3 songs, and he's somebody that I find annoying. But All the Way Up is worthy of having. That is a dope track, and I like Fat Joe and I like Remy Ma. I think they're both quality rappers. Fat Joe, of course, from the old days with the Terror Squad and Big Pun days and all that shit, and the Flow Joe and all of that. Like, Fat Joe is still a fucking top-notch MC. Speaking of top-notch MCs, Freddie Gibbs. So, this is a single from Freddie Gibbs called Playa. I mean, it's all right. It's not that great. It's kind of old. It's from like 2010. Not some shit I ever heard from him before. Like, not even by accident. That's some shit I just picked up because it was Freddie Gibbs. It was cheap too. But Pinata, Madlib and Freddie Gibbs. So Madlib is a great producer. Freddie Gibbs is a great rapper. They just made good shit together. So this one, this is like their. I don't know if Bandana and this album are like in sequence. You know what I mean? But they have a very similar feel to them. I think I prefer this one over Bandana. This one's got the beats are a little bit better. This is one I recommend. Check it out if you haven't heard it. It's pretty popular. You see it everywhere. I see it all the time and just decided to get it. And another Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo. This one I was kind of peer pressure to buy, only because everybody fucking got it. Now a lot of the records that I get that I never heard before, I see them on that Hip Hop Vinyl Spinners page on Facebook, and this is one that they fucking nailed it. This is a great fucking record. This is Alchemist and Freddie Gibbs. So yeah, Freddie Gibbs just works with all types of different producers, and they don't just do songs, they do albums. You know what I mean? So this is a good one. Alfredo is one that you definitely need to hear. I heard that one through my boy Diego. He brought it over one day. I heard like 2 songs from it, and I was like, I have to buy that. That's fucking dope. And on top of that, I saw it all over the page on Hip Hop Vinyl Spinner. So, kind of peer pressure, kind of liked it. Here we have a classic. This is a fucking classic album. This one my wife got for me. I had a birthday on the 12th of November, and, got a year older. And my wife just decided to get this for me. So she even put a little note on there. It's in Spanish, so don't try to read that. But yeah, she hit a home run with Lords of the Underground. Here Comes the Lords. Fucking this album from beginning to end is a classic. Classic. This is one of those top 100 of all time albums. And with top 100s, speaking of top 100s, Mr. Redman, Reggie Noble. So I got this from Vinyl Me Please. And I decided I wasn't going to fuck with them too much because they hiked their prices up to a ridiculous $43 a month, which is stupid because that makes people like me not want to fuck with them anymore. But this one is something I had to get just because a record you don't see all the time. And you don't see a lot of Redman albums just kind of chilling, So I decided to get Muddy Waters. I did pay the full price for it, unfortunately. But I'm very happy I did because this is a great one. You know, that run that Redman had from um, What the Album all the way up to Malpractice. Great fucking run. Redman just fucking killed it. And then he kind of stopped. And yeah, you know, speaking of Malpractice, here it is. This is the last a really good album that I remember hearing from Redman. I don't remember if he put anything else after this, to be honest with you. I've heard some new shit from him, but nothing that's, you know, quite as good as his stuff from the 90s and the early 2000s. I mean, yeah, you could say the Blackout album is good too, with him and Method Man. I don't have that, but, you know, eventually I'll get it. So yeah, Malpractice, another good one. And see, you notice that was all East Coast. So another Record Store Day release from this year. Tear the Club Up Thugs from 3-6 Mafia. This one is, I didn't think it was as great, but the first, I'd say side A, all of side A is fucking bomb. And there's good tracks, you know, sprinkled out through there, like Slob on My Knob, the Corn on the Cob. Yeah, that shit's good. So, I mean, this one's got like some pretty good, like, you know, fucking kind of crunk, kind of dark fucking shit on it. Just, you know, just classic 3-6 Mafia. Now, we're going to get into some classic shit here. Mr. Scarface, The World Is Yours. This album, I remember hearing it as a child, but I never heard it again till I bought this record. And it's better than I remember. This is a classic. This is right here. This is one of those albums that I'm going to be listening to fucking frequently. I love this one. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's a bootleg or whatnot, but yeah, like a lot of these old Rap-A-Lot records that get pressed, just they have like a really weird kind of like foggy pressing. Like the picture is really pixelated, like it's kind of like bad, you know? But all in all, the album itself is great. It's a good quality sounding record, and highly recommend this one. This is a fucking banger from beginning to end. Must have. I'd buy that shit 20 times if I could. This one's not quite a classic. This one just came out, actually. This is Ras Kass. Oh, shit. Damn, the whole thing just tipped over. Look at that. Well, yeah. So, yeah, Ras Kass. I'm Not Clearing Shit. That's the name of this one. So this one just popped up on Facebook, and yeah, this like it doesn't have a sleeve. It's just like this plastic fucking cover and like a flyer. I don't know. So yeah, this is a good. I just listened to it today. I got it in the mail today, and I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Ras Kass kind of like. On some parts he sounds like he did in the 90s, and then in other parts he's got like a raspier kind of voice and shit. It's good. So this one I highly recommend. I don't know if you're gonna find this anywhere. I don't know how many copies were pressed, so yeah, fucking keep an eye out for it if you can. But this is gonna be a rare one. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the video right here and come back for part 2. I'm almost done, and plus I gotta go pick that shit up. So. Yeah, I'll be right back. Stay tuned.